Hey guys and girls, what is going on? Today I have an episode of something a bit different than usual. I usually have domination, but today I've got village and kill confirmed. Now, I'm not really going to talk about how to do tactics for this because I don't really know. Kill confirmed is not one of my strong points, neither is team deathmatch, just because I don't know where they spawn, and the crappy spawns in this always stuff me up. The only thing you can really do in these sorts of maps, is find out where your where your friends are dying. As on top of that is where your friends are. Chances are they won't spawn too close to you. They'll spawn a little bit close to you sometimes. Sometimes you'll get these crappy little bullshitness where they spawn right next to you or behind you. But you shouldn't worry about that too much. Just watch out where your friends are dying, and also where where your friends are. You want to know where they are at all times. Now, strong points in this are really where the B and C area sort of bit is, just so you can funnel your enemies. You can watch it pretty carefully of where your guys are, and it's actually quite a good area to be in. Also, sort of a weapon you'll want in this, I guess, is a longer range weapon, because the areas are actually quite open and quite lengthy as well. That's why I use my ACR, is because it's pretty good for medium and long range. Also, it's deadly accurate at close range if you watch one of my last videos in arcade. And now, right here, we get behind here. You've just got to watch everywhere because the whole newbie tactics, I do it every once in a while, is camping in a corner, guarding an area or something. You just want to be careful just of those areas. It doesn't really happen often in this one. Just as I say it, there's some knob jockey behind me. Anyway, just even when you UAV, just watch out. I mean, this guy, I saw it was probably a dumb move by him because he puts out his assault drone. I'm like, oh hey, there's that guy. That only just popped up, so I just took him out while I was there. Now, that assault drone doesn't last very long as far as I remember. Now, this one is a pretty good area for kill streaks because if you're spawning up here, I remember back in the day when I used support. Yeah, I know it's pretty bad. And I put my stealth bomber all the way up that alleyway, and I killed I think it was 8 people. I was like, that's all bar one on the team. I was like, wow. I think I got one of the what are they called? Achievements for it, just for doing that. I mean, it felt good at the time, but now they go back on it, I'm like, yeah, that didn't really take skill to do it. I got lucky. Apart from that, I died like 20 times before I got that. That was back in my noob days anyway, guys. Now, I'm probably a bit too careful on this. I know they can come from pretty much any direction, and one major area you don't want them coming behind you when you're attacking them from the front like here, is you don't want them coming up behind you because they just mow through you. There's no resistance. They just completely fuck you up if you know what I mean. Now, I don't know what the kill streaks I've got. Probably a Pavlo, attack helicopter, and a predator missile like I usually have. And the usual setup: ACR, suppress, kick, MP9, suppress and kick, sleight of hand pro, hardline pro, and also marksman pro. I know I've got marksman pro on this. It's just they're probably good ones to use in this. I've also got my motion sensor and frag grenade as usual. Now right here they're coming up behind us, just because we stopped watching that area, and I don't like this room just because people can hiding. Like, you can get pretty low into the grass and no one knows where you are. There's bits you can go around, and it just ends up being like a whoever's faster or more agile sort of a fight. Now, defending in here is not a smart idea because anyone can come. There's too many directions enemies can come from, so it's just not a good idea. Now, all of my friends are dying just up there. It's not a good spot to go into because you feed enemies. I don't like feeding them. I don't feel like I'm very edible. But just you can attack that area, but it's better to flank them rather than being cannon fodder and running right in. If your friends are doing it, use that to your advantage. You know that they're going to be mostly there. There's going to be about maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 people resisting as you go up there, and you just flank them, push them, like obliterate them. You get your kill streaks, obliterate them some more. You know, kill as many as you can behind them. And you want to avoid getting flanked yourself though. Village is a very big one for getting flanked. I get flanked all the time, just because I put my trust in my friends. I know you should put your trust in your friends. Don't just watch your back, play for them, defend them, be as good of a teammate as you can. But you don't want to put too much trust in them. So you think that they've got that point. You think all 6 of them are holding that area, and you're defending this one area, and you're trusting that they will hold that point for you, so you won't get flanked. Even sometimes, more likely, if the team's good enough, they'll just obliterate all 6 of them and just completely stuff you up as well on the way through. And you've got to put your trust in your friends as well, but sometimes it's better not to. It's better to just check both areas, or both entrances, whatever you want to call it. Just look around, be aware of where enemies might come from. You got to play it paranoid almost. If you see shots come from a certain area, or a friend walk into an area and they die, you know that they're probably going to come from that area if they run. Now down on that alleyway, on the bridge, I hate it when noobs do this, is they do that whole head glitch shit. In the just next to that bridge. I don't like it when people do that. It's just annoying. It's frustrating because you walk out there and you just get owned, and all you can see is this head. it's just a pain in the ass. The best bet to do is throw a Semtax or something. Throw C4 over the top, blow him up. It's better rather than feed them. I mean, I used to do it, and then I realized how newbie it was, and I stopped doing it. And I try to avoid doing new moves, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes I just camp in a corner. But on top of this, you just be prepared where they're coming from. I'm putting in this part, I'm putting my trust in my friends down at the side, that they're holding the enemies off, just as they would put the trust in us to do this. But there's a few of us here. I'm not soloing this stuff, which is alright. But these guys seem to be working well as our whole team seems to be working pretty well as a group, which is giving us the lead. By not by much, but it's giving us a lead. It's being able to hold our own. We do win this match for once. I know you guys see me lose all the time, and you're like, "Come on, man, what are you doing? You suck," sort of thing. But I don't always put I don't like to put winning ones or losing ones. I don't really care. It just as long as I can show you what to do, because of a win or lose, you can see what a bad thing to do or a good thing is to do. It's a good way to learn. Losing, I mean, if I had a group, I'm sure we'd win every time. It wouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, we might lose if there was people better than us, but on top of it, what you've got to really watch for is those groups that, you know, work well as a team. They obliterate people. They just go online, just completely F everyone up, get all their major kill streaks, get a really high KD, have some fun, while the whole other team is raging and calling BS. Oh, just one off in Paylow. One off in Paylow and I die. I couldn't believe that. I wasn't happy. I wanted to get my second Paylow for the match, but you know, you can't have it all. There we go, there's the end. Very, very close, but we pulled through and we won. Just watch out for everyone, guys. Be prepared when you walk around the corner. There might be an enemy there. Just predict where they're going to be, where they might running from. Just be careful in areas. Watch where your enemies are dying from, so your friends are dying from, and where your friends are, so you can predict where the enemies are spawning. And anyway, guys, take care. Have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever.